Hey, it's David. 5th of July. I normally don't record on Sunday, but it's Monday morning at 12:10. So I've got this guitar here. This is a Washburn guitar. Let me slide this back a little bit. Excuse me. It's a uh, Washburn Sonomaster. That's the name of the guitar. And I'm making guitars, right? That's what Curtis Guitars is about. My intro. Welcome to Curtis Guitars. I'm David. It's my guitar company. Demonstrating that guitars work was the only professional guitar player job I could get. I think that's my 15-minute elevator speech I'll be using on the beginning of each of these videos. And I should have my number one guitar made this week, I think. We'll see. But I think it's going to be this week. And I'm going to make it myself. I've got some different various prototype number ones by Prototype Design that the master builder has made. But I think what I'm going to do is simple enough that I can do it myself, right? And I'm just going to use EMG pickups. And I'm going to use an imported guitar body similar to this one. That's consistent with what I've found guitar companies do. They don't make everything in house. There are some great custom guitar shops that do. Boutique guitar shops is what they're called typically. And I'm not going to get all into that, but I'm trying to do an affordable guitar that plays like a guitar that's pricey. And I think I'm going to be able to pull that off. And you'll see on my channel, you can compare now. I mean, I've got some budget guitars that play, in my opinion, as good as the high-end guitars that I've created using Seymour Duncan pickups and things. The issue is just the complexity of building those guitars. It's pretty steep. So, yeah, just kind of looking at this new concept that I should have to demonstrate shortly. But this is good. This guitar is a Washburn Sonomaster, and my buddy at the music store in Fayetteville, North Carolina, who I was in music class with back in junior high school or ninth grade, sold it to me, and I like Washburn. I like the brand name, right? It's a cool brand name. I did some research, and essentially, this is not one of their high-end guitars. This is what I would consider a commodity guitar that they make. And I want to speak to a comment that I had when I was playing my PRS. Somebody was commenting, well, I can get about the same sound out of a $400 Squire. I don't know any $400 Squires. I don't know a Squire at all. Personally, I would not pay $400 for a budget guitar. I think I paid $500 for the Fender Player Lead 3, just because it's the guitar that I had originally, and I got the Fender Lead 3 from 1981. The same guitar that I had, not the exact same guitar, but the same model guitar I had back in junior high or ninth grade. And so that bottom line is, this guitar runs in the $200 to $300 range last time I checked, and it's an amazing guitar. So if you're considering a budget guitar, I would highly recommend that you look at this Washburn Sonomaster. I probably am of the mindset that I'm not even going to try to produce a budget guitar like this, and it'd be assembled in the USA and everything. But I think they've done such a good job with this that I think they've nailed this market, right? And then you've got all these other people that are trying to just do straight, overseas made, budget guitars, like the guy was talking about, like $400 for a Fender Squire. Me, I would want to spend that money a little differently, and hopefully I can get this guitar built here with the EMG pickups, and I can demonstrate. My goal is to demonstrate that I can build a guitar of the same quality and caliber as my Fender, American-made Fender Eric Clapton guitar, and that I can do that on a budget of less than $1,000, right? Where I could market, where I could sell the guitar, so it would be a product that could be produced for less than $1,000 into the end customer with a hard case. Now to this guitar, you actually can. This is a single coil humbucker setup on the typical, Fender Stratocaster expired patent implementation. It is not a Fender Stratocaster. And one of the things, like I said, the humbucker, in the bridge position is a common thing. So one of the things I wanted to know was how do you split that, right? So the bottom two positions, I'll call them 1 and 2, right? There are 5 positions, right? You can start counting on either side. You can argue there's a right or wrong way to count them. I would say that it's kind of up to whoever's fingers on the switch, right? So I'm going to call all the way down position 1, and that should be humbucking with this humbucker. Position 4 is coil split with the humbucker, I believe. But we can test it because we'll see if we get a volume drop here. Yeah, so here that got louder. When I switched from 4 to 5, it got louder. So that would be the second coil, the humbucker kicking in there. So for now, if I go, it'll go quiet if I go. So like I said, 1 to 2, 4 to 5, whatever you want to call it. What you lose, as far as I know, on this humbucker setup, is you lose the ability to combine the middle pickup and the bridge pickup, which typically on this Strat style guitar, those pickups noise cancel, right? Because they're wound reverse, so it takes out the works like a humbucker. So like on this guitar, if I go all the way up, to this bridge neck pickup rather, that's gonna have a single coil sound. If I go just to the middle position, that's a single coil sound. And if I go to the between those and get the middle and neck pickups, those pickups should noise cancel and act as if they were a humbucker, in the sense that it's a different type sound. Just very different. So so I'm going to play a little bit on this guitar to demonstrate the guitar. And I think there was a TNT riff. I was going to play some little TNT riff, but I'm not sure that it's really all that interesting. What is interesting to me that I've been doing lately is looking at the overlap of the pentatonic scales, and then try to look at some major scales and different notes. You have access kind of around this A major 5th fret root, right? So I'm still trying to figure out what I'm playing, exactly how I would talk about what I'm playing when I'm doing this little look like this. So this guitar, like I said, it's amazing for $200-ish that I paid for it. Unbelievable. Highly recommend it. I think I did some might have done some minor tweaking to it, but again, if you see one of these in a music store, it's Washburn Sonomaster, pick it up. If the music store has set up the guitar nicely, you don't want to buy it. Mainly I got it so I just got it out because I wanted a guitar that I didn't have to worry, or wasn't going to be, if I'm messing around, walking around the house with this long cable and doing stuff and watching videos and all this stuff. I've got my kitchen set up with this big screen and, where I can watch guitar videos, and there's a lot of stuff to bump into if you're in the kitchen. So I'm going to start playing this a little more for that purpose. So let me put some. Let me demo the guitar. So let me do some highway song. I'll go to the. I'm on 10 and 10, clean channel, and bridge pickup, and it'll be humbucking. Come up one, it'll coil split that humbucker. And then middle position. For clean, I like the middle position normally the best. Yeah, so with my charity stuff, I've been talking about trying to get guitars out to Turning Point USA, and I haven't forgotten that. I mean, that's still like one of the main things I'm trying to do. I'm just in the middle of some moves, trying to move out of one house and get it sold, several things going on, but really this would be an ideal guitar, to as a donor guitar. To a organization, like Turning Point, where it's like, you don't really know how it's going to be treated, maybe treated rough. I would suspect, I'm not an expert I'm not the person to be able to definitively tell you whether a nut is bone or plastic. I would assume at this price point, this is a plastic nut. So just want a disclaimer there. I can tell you one of the little. The only problem that I've had with this guitar is, and it's not even a problem with the guitar. It's I don't know if you can. Well, I guess you can see this. One of these little white stickers that's on these tuners came off. Right. So the fix that is take the rest of the stickers off. It looks better without the stickers anyway. And these are, this is commodity stuff, right? These are, Washburn is a great American guitar company brand and name. But they're owned by a conglomerate like most guitar companies today. Definitely not Paul Reed Smith. So I don't know which other ones you would exclude from that, but excuse me. This is a great product. I just that really got me looking at where do they get these parts, like these body parts for this guitar. It plays great. I've never been happier with any guitar I've ever purchased than I've been happy with this purchase, because I bought this guitar brand new for $200, and you can't buy a quality set of pickup for $200. And this plays. So I was very happy with it. I sat down and played the guitar. I would say a $200 guitar should not play like this. I'll take it. You know what I mean? Did not need another guitar, but it did significantly motivate me to see if I could source and get my hands on some of these quality parts and build my own guitars. So if that works out, this guitar will have been worth $1 million to me for a $200 investment. So why wouldn't people just buy this guitar and put the quality products in it, the USA made pickups in it? You're welcome to. But I think it's about building a brand, right? So essentially, I'm not buying somebody else's branded guitar and putting my name on it. I'm going to buy unbranded commodity parts similar to what I believe this guitar is constructed from. And then I'm going to put quality USA made pickups in it, and I'm going to do all of the quality control, final assembly, and setup on the guitars in America. And then so there's a brand name that goes with the guitar, and then every guitar that I produce, I don't think I'm going to make any cheap guitars. I think I'm just going to, I'll sell you, if I'm in the guitar business, I'll just, I'll sell Washburns for Washburn, because the fact that that's probably what I'll do. This is, and I won't even probably be involved in the transaction or anything. On my website, I'll just have an advertisement for the Washburn site, and anybody that wants an amazing guitar for $200-300, that's where I'll send them. And, until somebody tells me to stop, because this thing is just amazing. It's a beautiful guitar, plays great, and it's very affordable. So let me go ahead and get to the bridge and neck position on this one little highway song riff. She made a little bit of sound like like it's not a string buzz, but it's like, right? That's acceptable. That's how it's actually desirable, because the action is low, right? So when I'm building guitars, what I notice is that, and I'm just feeling this. It's for any fret sharpness here. When you see me running my hand down here, I'm just checking how the frets feel. So when I'm playing in clean mode, and particularly when I'm playing on these top two strings, I'm checking. I'm usually, when I'm setting my action, I'm checking to see if I'm getting that kind of that buzzing noise. And then sometimes I'll raise the action. I've got a lot of guitars I've raised the action on until that stops. So when I'm playing like this, I'm not getting that noise. But depending on what you're playing, how you're playing it, how you want the action set up, I think really this is how I want the action set up, like this one is. And I think that's acceptable. So I think when I build the guitar I'm hoping to build this week, I think this is how I'm going to set it. The action is very low. So highway song riff, Blackfoot highway song riff on bridge pickup only. Yeah, and these pickups are made in-house by Washburn. They're branded Washburn, so I'm sure they contract, because of the price, I'm sure they're contracted and made overseas. They would say made in USA, I think, if they were. But they're really good. So, yeah, it's... So let me put some distortion on here and you'll see what I mean. Alright, bridge pickup, which is going to be humbucking, 10, 10, and my usual 80. And I'll just go right into riff 1 so we can kind of hear how the guitar sounds. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much just killer. That the bridge humbucker, 10, 10, 80 should not sound like that. I mean, it sounds uh, like, I think my response, the guy that said he had a $400 Squire that sounded like my PRS, was like, yeah, but there's some tones you just can't get with cheap pickups. Very true statement. With this guitar, I have a pretty hard time finding tones that I can't get, and these are cheap pickups. So I want to thank the lady or gentleman. I suppose it was a gentleman. Most guys watch my channel. Statistically, according to YouTube, are men. All the guys are, well, all the guys are men that watch my channel, unless they're, not of age yet and they're getting there. And the ladies, welcome, right? They're welcome as well. But so I suppose it was a guy who made this comment, and I want to thank that person for commenting. Please comment, or please feel free to comment. YouTube rewards you for receiving comments, regardless of what the comment says. So you're helping me out by commenting. You may think you don't have what you have to say isn't that important, or is it favorable? I'm not gonna mind, right? I appreciate the interaction, and if you find I'm wrong about something, I'm always glad to find out when I've missed something or I'm wrong. I never learned anything while I was talking. You've heard that phrase, right? So Washburn Sonomaster, single humbucker. The switch does the coil split on the humbucker. Amazing guitar. I'm gonna keep playing a little bit here. I'm not sure what time. It looks like we're at 27 minutes. So what I need to do is I need to demo the five positions. I'm gonna start on the bridge. I'm just gonna go click, click, click. I'm gonna call them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, starting with the humbucker and humbucking, right? So I'm gonna call this 1 with the switch all the way down, and I'm gonna play Black Dog up to the 5 different ones. Bridge pickup, humbucker, and then split. Now this is the middle pickup. Here is the neck and middle pickups. This is the neck pickup. Now, I've found that the amp on Code 90 on the guitars that I've built that are Stratocaster style that have similar pickup setups, that the bridge pickups sound great on Code 90 versus Code 80. So I'm going to flip over to that and then work back down the strip. Alright, so now this is neck pickup. neck, middle pickup. Middle pickup. Alright, bridge pickup, full split. Bridge humbucking. It's about 30 minutes. Or said 34 minutes. Let me listen to the upload time. This is the Washburn Sonomaster, and yeah, it's a laminate, flame maple top finish, of course, but it's a nice laminate. I mean, it's not, doesn't look cheap at all. Yeah, Washburn. Thanks to Washburn. This is not a paid endorsement. Yet, Washburn, send me a check. Happy to cash it. Thanks all. Have a good one.